Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and today I'm going to be doing a uni supply / stationery haul for you guys. If you guys weren't watching me around this time last year, you wouldn't know that I started doing a back to uni / back to school series where I uploaded like 5 videos consecutively in a week, all to do with university / school things. And I thought that this year I would bring it back and do it again because you guys really liked it last year and I feel like it's a very helpful thing and something that I wish I had before I started university. So this week I'm going to be sharing with you things like this, like supplies, stationery. I'm going to be showing you what I bring to uni. I think I'm going to show you guys what I wear to uni, how I stay organized, how I plan, just a bunch of videos. And I'm also going to be doing a Q&A, answering all your guys' questions that you may have about starting university or just being at university in general. If you guys didn't know, I am studying psychology at the moment. I'm about to start my 3rd year, so I've obviously done 2 years before, so I'm somewhat experienced in this domain, I like to think anyway. And so I really have figured out what works for me and what does not work for me. I would like to say that this is a very realistic haul. I feel like it's almost like a cool thing or a trendy thing for YouTubers when it comes to back to school time to post hauls showing 5 different pencil cases and 200 different pens and notebooks and pens from KKK that cost like $20 each. And personally, that's just not what I do. I'm going to be showing you guys exactly what I would be buying for myself even if I wasn't making a haul about it, because this is what I would have wanted to see if I was starting university and had no idea. So let's get started. The stuff that I am showing you in this haul, some of it I did buy specifically for this year and some of it I didn't need to buy because I had it from last year, but I'm going to show you anyway because I'm not going to buy it just for the sake of doing a video about it. So the first thing I got is a new pencil case. This was definitely something I didn't need. Definitely something I didn't need, but it was so cute and I've had my eye on it for so long. This is from Officeworks and I just loved the pattern of it, the texture of it. It's just me in a pencil case. Very beachy, boho, simple, cute, love it. And I would say this is the perfect size for a university pencil case, at least for most degrees, unless you're doing something maybe a bit more artsy where you might need some more stuff. This is typically, I would say, what you would need for a normal day at uni. These are my favorite pens. I go through a couple of packs of these every year because they're just my favorite pens. I do like writing a lot of my notes, even though I do write a lot of my notes on my computer. Obviously, everyone is different. Some people don't even bring pens to uni. I would recommend at least taking one with you just in case. Sometimes you have to do an in-class test or something like that, and it's just helpful to have them with you. But these ones are my favorite. They're just the Papermate Ink Joy ones. They look like this, super inexpensive, and just great pens. To go along with that, I do have some correction tape, or I just call it whiteout. This is something that I do definitely have to purchase every year because I run out of it because I make a lot of mistakes. I also love highlighters. Now, I do not use these for studying and I do not recommend using them for studying, as I might talk about later in this series. I'm not really sure. But highlighting, not an effective study method shown by research, but they are really handy for a lot of other things, including just making your work more fun. And I appreciate that. The reason why I want to show you guys these ones is because these are my favorite ones. I didn't buy these this year. I didn't buy them last year. I bought them the year before that and they are all still going strong. So if you guys are looking for a really good highlighter, I would definitely recommend these ones. What are they? The Stabilo Boss Originals. They're incredible and they last forever and I use these a lot. Moving on from what will be in my pencil case, I also have some little sticky notes. These are a really effective study method, especially if you don't want to write in your textbooks, which you may want to sell later on. These are from Kmart and both of these were $1 each. You can write notes on these or just use them to mark pages or mark sentences or mark specific important things that you might want to remember. These ones are little arrows and they're super handy. And these ones are a little bit bigger if you do want to write a note on them. I will say that when I was picking these ones up from Kmart, they did have a clearance sticker on them for $1. So I don't know if they're going to bring these back. So if you do want to grab these, I would definitely recommend going out very soon and getting them. Obviously, a lot of stores and a lot of brands sell things like these, but these are the cheapest ones and the best ones that I've found as a uni student, and I really like them. This is my binder. Probably the most boring binder that you ever have seen, but it's something that I use every single semester. At the beginning of every semester, I buy one of these. It's a Kmart 3-ringed binder. I don't do those 2-ringed business because they don't work for me. Everything just kind of flops over and I don't like it. But basically this is something that I keep at home and I don't bring with me to uni except for maybe in my finals week when I'm studying for my final exams. But in this binder goes every note that I make throughout the entire semester in order from week 1 to whatever week the final week is. So it means that when I do come to study, all of my notes are in one place in chronological order and it's just a lot easier easier to keep track of. I also picked up these from Kmart. These are just cardboard dividers. I think these were like $1 or $1.50, and it comes with 10 of them, and I just use these to separate my binder into my 4 different subjects and also into the different weeks. I also just have a whole lot of lined paper which I put into the binder to write my notes, obviously. I also have a bunch of plastic sleeves which I also put in the binder, and that just holds any worksheets I may have, assessment calendars, basically just any loose sheet of paper that we get given in class. It just keeps it all together and keeps it neat. Then we have these, and these are the things that I bring to uni with me. I do not have a separate notebook for every single subject, which I used to do, but I really learned last semester that that is just not the most effective way for me anymore. So last semester I bought this exact same notebook, obviously just a different one, from Officeworks. It's only a few dollars and it's just the perfect one for me. Personally, I love a notebook that has a margin in it. Really random, but just I really like it. And what I do with this is I take 4 of these little sticky notes and I turn this 1 subject book into a 4 subject book. Obviously you could just buy a 4 subject book and make this whole process a lot easier, but those things are bulky and they are big, and I do not want to be carrying that around with me at uni every single day. So this is a lot smaller and a lot more compact, and also a lot cheaper than buying those big ones. And personally, I don't take as many notes by hand compared to the amount that I take on my computer, so I don't need a huge bulky book. I will say that last semester especially, I really got into writing notes in lectures by hand because I felt like it kept me a lot more alert and a lot less distracted, and I'm really bad at sitting doing nothing, so writing notes constantly really helped me keep focused on what was at hand. So I used to write a lot of my notes in lectures on the computer. Now I've kind of switched to a notebook, especially if you have classes that are more statistics based or equations that you have to write down, where it's not as simple to just type notes quickly. However, what I will do is after I've written all of these notes during my lecture, I will go home and rewrite the notes on this paper and put them into my binder, and it means that I can kind of form my sentences better, I can paraphrase things, I can just kind of get my mind around the concept more when writing it a second time compared to just quickly getting it on paper during the lecture, because they talk so fast that you can't spend a lot of time thinking about the sentence you're going to form. So along with bringing this one with me to uni, I also bring this one. This is a display folder. It is also from Kmart. I think it's like $1.50, and basically if I get given any handouts during the day at uni, instead of scrunching them up in the bottom of my bag or just shoving them into my bag, I put them in this. This keeps everything flat, everything ordered, everything organized, and when I get home I transfer it to my binder, which keeps everything in order again, but until it gets there, it stays in here. This is something that I got taught in my first year of high school and have maintained it throughout all of my life since then, and it's just really handy and keeps everything really neat and saves you from having 20 scrunched up balls of paper in your bag by the end of the semester that were probably important and you probably could have studied to get a better mark. Now, I am definitely excessive in the whole planner area, but this is really what works for me and keeps me organized, and anyone who knows me knows that I'm organized, and this is why. Because I have 2 planners and a calendar, and this is what I recommend to other people too, because it really works for me. This is my calendar. It is the most beautiful thing ever. It is from Kaisercraft, if you are wondering, and it is just the most beautiful thing ever. I love it so much. Look at it. But basically, I just use this to write down any important events, when classes start, when they finish, when holidays start, when they finish, when exam block is. So if I ever need to check any of that, it's there with me. I also just like to check off the days because it shows me how quickly that assignment is coming toward me, you know? Then I have my 2 planners. One of these is a bullet journal and one of these is just a normal planner. I love my bullet journal. This one is from Mostery.com. I'll try and link it down below. It's not sponsored or anything like that. I bought this with my own money. All of this I bought with my own money. I just like this one a lot. It is personalized. It says my name on it in embossed gold foil, which is really nice. But I really like it because it is bounded with a ring. This contains all of the information that you would ever need to know about me ever, basically. It has all my to-do lists, all of my calendars, all of my video ideas, all my video plans, just everything that is in my mind. I basically transfer it to this book. That is really great, but I also have this one here, which is from Kmart. It was like $10 and it is just a normal planner. It is honestly really beautiful. I really recommend the Kmart ones. It's just a normal weekly spread, but I really like this one because I only use it for YouTube stuff and uni stuff. So all of the assessment that I have, I will write it in here. And I will also write myself almost like warnings, like 2 weeks before it's due, 3 weeks before it's due, a month before it's due. everything like that will go in here, because bullet journals are a bit harder to track things that are a bit more long term because you're kind of filling it in as you go or creating it as you go. Whereas this one literally has all the way up to December already, so if I have something due in December, I can write it in. I also like to keep all of my videos planned out here so I know exactly when things are being uploaded and I can check them off when they're done. So it's a little bit more of an ordered structure to this one, whereas this one is just kind of my mind dumped into pages. So that is what works for me. Obviously you can do whatever works for you, but I'm just showing you guys what I do. And the last thing that I have to show you guys in this haul are these. These are index cards. If you actually research the best study methods, and I don't mean like YouTube research, I mean like scientific research of people literally testing every single study method possible and seeing what works the best on memory retention, then this is what you will find is the best. It's funny because my teachers in my first year of high school also taught me to use these, and I didn't ever use them until now in uni. But these are just little pieces of cardboard. You totally don't need to buy these to use these. You can use notebooks, you can use random pieces of paper, but I just really like using these. These are from Officeworks. I bought like a huge packet of them. They are not expensive, but like I think this pack was about $12. You can get smaller packets, you can get bigger packets, but these are the best quality ones I've found. Basically, the research shows that the best way to study something or learn something and retain that information is to test and retest and test again. The normal way to get assessed at university or at school or wherever is through an examination where they ask you questions that make you recall and use knowledge that you have learned. So if you want to know answers in a test situation, study using a test method. All you have to do is write yourself a fake question or like a pretend question on one side and write the answer on the other, and then all you have to do is pull out an index card, read the question, try and recall it in your mind without turning it over first, and then check your answer by reading the answer on the back. It is a super simple study method, but again, one of the best methods they have ever found, according to current research at least. Obviously, in saying that, different things work for different people, and this is something that definitely works for me, but it also has been shown to be scientifically proven, so just saying. But those are all of the things that I have to show you guys in today's haul. Again, it's probably not the most aesthetically pleasing supplies haul you've ever seen, and I don't show the most fun items, but this is all stuff that I genuinely use every single day, and this is how I get the marks that I do at university and keep myself organized. So if you guys want to try out these and see if they work for you, I would definitely recommend it. But I think that's everything that I have to say. Again, if you guys want to keep up with this little series that I'm doing, make sure to subscribe and turn on the post notifications if you want to be updated every time that I post a new video. But other than that, I guess I'll see you guys in my next video very soon. Goodbye.
I just had to let you know you're mine.